Hey guys, this is William coming at you with another video for Play-agricola.com. Uh, we're playing a EIK WM, which is G2, France, which is G3, and then G4, G5 game. So this is probably the format I've played the most over the last year, ever since we decided we were going to do the G4, G5 tournament. So hopefully, most of the cards are going to be somewhat familiar if you've been watching these videos before, but let's get right into it. Playing with Bloomer, Ken, and Def. And Def is a very strong player. I think he won an offline tournament in Europe. So yeah, Ken's been playing a lot, and Bloomer I'm not really familiar with Bloomer, but I think he's pretty good. All right, let's take a look at the starting pile. Best cards here. Chief. Always have to consider any four-wood occupation like house steward. Fence deliveryman also can be quite good. However, since I see that house steward is in the game, looks like I'm going to want to go for a 5-room stone house. So I think I'm going to take chief here. And then I would guess house steward gets taken, fence deliveryman gets taken, maybe old hiker or master cook gets taken, and then I will take conservator or master cook, depending on which is available. Conservator with chief is actually really good. Only needing to do one reno action is quite handy, and it basically means I can ignore clay all game except for probably getting a cooking hearth or fireplace. So yeah, first pick is chief. Oops. There we go. There's my hand. Okay, next pile. This is a bit of an interesting one. Farmer is quite good with the fence deliveryman, but I don't think I'm going to be fencing lots of times. Haven't seen any reason to yet, so not going to take farmer. Land agent is quite a good card. Gets you if you only take the vegetable space once, it's 2 actions for 2 vegetables and a green, which is not that good, but the more times you do it, you can usually get a bunch more points. So definitely need to consider land agent. We also have unicycle driver, shearer, crop rotator, but far and away the pick here is village elder. Why is that the case? Well, I've already got chief out, so I'm probably going to do a 5-room strategy. If I do a 5-room strategy, that means I'm going to family growth lots of times. Whenever you family growth a lot, you play a lot of minor improvements, so it's very easy for me to get the village elder bonus. Plus, the 4 wood from village elder I can put into building more wood rooms, which is very nice. So what am I going to get back? Land agent will get taken, farmer will get taken, shearer will probably get taken, crop rotator. I would guess probably I get shearer, clay mixer, unicycle, maybe one of those 3. Clay mixer actually would be okay. Because I could build clay rooms instead of wood rooms and focus on taking clay. But I do have was thinking about taking the conservator. I haven't done it yet, of course. So definitely have to keep that in the back of my mind that if clay mixer comes back, building clay rooms would be easier. All right. So profit is very interesting to consider because I'm going to try to build a lot of stone rooms. That means I'm going to want to hold off my fencing and everything, or hold off my renovating until the very last minute, most likely. So profit could be a great card for me. I do need to consider clay hut builder is in 10 clay action. So That's enough for 2 clay rooms. So if I built my first room as a wood room, I could then play Clay Hut Builder and get 2 clay rooms. There's also Gem Hunter. Gem Hunter will get me some stone. Generally a pretty weak card though. Manufacturer can be amazing. And with Village Elder, I think I need to strongly consider Manufacturer. There's a chance that Manufacturer comes back. Sometimes it doesn't get taken. Dung Collector will get taken for sure. Yeah, who am I kidding? Manufacturer, if I pass it, will get taken. Excuse me. If I pass it, Manufacturer will definitely get taken. So I'm looking at Clay Hut Builder or Manufacturer. Those are my two picks. And I think I'm going to take Clay Hut Builder. Yeah. All right. In this pile, Aramite is a very interesting card, good for lots of food early, which is really good. However, with the Village Elder, I don't mind playing occupations, although it's probably going to be end up being a like 4 or 5 food action. But I think for me, the picks are between Scrounger and Immigrant Son. Scrounger would be a 2 stone plus 3 point action, even though all the other players are it's pretty easy for them to get the points as well. The key thing is that it'd be an unblockable 2 stone action late in the game for me to get enough stone to renovate to my 5 stone rooms. So I think Scrounger is going to be the pick, although Immigrant Son is basically a free 3 plow. It's plow 3 fields with 1 action, because probably I can pretty easily make it so that I play all 7 cards. So do I want to plow 3 fields or do I want to get 2 stone? And I think the 2 stone is going to be a bit better. Alright, House Steward came back, so I'm taking House Steward. That's an easy pick. Yeah, I don't really need to consider any of the others. Conservator got taken already over House Steward, so that's interesting. Yeah, I'm taking House Steward. 4 wood, and I have Chief, so I want to play lots of rooms anyways. Yeah, easy pick. Here, I've got Crop Rotator, Clay Mixer, Farmer, Unicycle Driver. I could take any of these, to be honest. Farmer, except for Farmer, I think. Probably not Farmer. I'm only going to fence once. Unicycle Driver can be really good, and I think I've played it in broadcasted games in the past, and it's worked pretty well. The only problem is that it pays stone, and I think I'm going to be pretty tight on stone. If I want to renovate to a big stone house, plus have an extra stone for Scrounger, plus maybe play a major improvement or 2 for the Village Elder. So I think I'm going to pass on Unicycle Driver. For me, that makes it between Clay Mixer and Crop Rotator. Probably Crop Rotator is most of the time going to be a dead card for me, so I'm going to take Clay Mixer. Now, I do already have Clay Hut Builder, so maybe it's Clay Overload, but I think odds are Crop Mixer. Crop Rotator is the better card, but Clay Mixer is more likely to be useful for me. And then here, I think the pick is Profit pretty easily. Unblockable Reno action when I have Chief as well. Yeah, I think that's my pick. Especially if I could do something like get Sunday School, and then in round 13 play Sunday School, and then at the end of the game play Prophet and Chief for a huge point dump. That would be pretty cool. I could take Gem Hunter, but I don't think it combos with Clay Mixer, and I Could consider Stonebuyer, but Stonebuyer sucks, so I'm going to take profit. All right. Well, there's Sunday school, which is funny because I was just talking about it. So I would love it if I could get past Sunday school, and then in round 13 I could starting player play Sunday school, and then at the end of the game play Chief and Prophet. That would be really cool. Um, um, I'm gonna take Duck Pond. It's the best card. Uh, Definitely need to consider Stone Chimney, but it's going to be worth a lot of points. And but I think Duck Pond is just too good. Free point plus 3 food. It's awesome. What am I going to get on the rebound? Probably Sunday School does not come back around. It'll probably be for me between Apple Garden and Stone Chimney. Pole Barns is cool, but it's unlikely that I have enough wood to pull that off. Apple Garden's going to be 2 points if I ignore crops all game, and Stone Chimney will be worth at least 2 points. So we'll see. Taking Duck Pond for now. All right. Cornrick can be very good, can be excellent. Coster's Monger's Burrow can be this card can be fantastic. Can be worth a ton of bonus points. But I don't have a way of getting a lot of vegetables, so not going to take that. I should consider Swimming Studio. It's a point, but I don't think I need to take it now. I think for me, Fruitcake is good, but again, probably going to ignore crops. So for me, I'm looking at Planter Box. No, I'm going to ignore that too. For me, I'm looking at Bonfire and Cornrick. Bonfire is more likely to come back, so I'm going to take Cornrick. If Cornrick can be 2 grain for me, that would be great because I'll probably bake one of them with the clay or stone oven, and then the other I'll keep for some points. And then yeah. Or if I get Fruitcake back, I'll use it with Fruitcake. But I think Cornrick's the pick here. Parchment. Parchment is great. Would be great for me because I want to play all 7 occupations. Sucks passing Parchment to the person who gets Stone first. I don't know. I don't really want to pass it, but I think I might have to. Flat Hill could be great in this game. Could be awesome, but I don't really have a reliable way. I mean, the problem is that it'll come too late. I want to get my clay hut builder going nice and early so that I can build 2 clay rooms. So my plan right now, wood room and 2 clay rooms for 5 rooms. So with that in mind, not going to take hammock because I want to build 5 rooms. Could consider breakfast outdoors, but I think I'm going to pick either star classification meal, which will probably be a free point, or more likely I'm going to take wood cart. With 4 wood occupations, wood cart is amazing because you can use the 4 wood that you got to build the wood cart, so you can get it out even earlier. So yeah, wood cart's the pick here. All right, coffee break, crooked plow, ruins. Those are the 3 options. Crooked plow will be really good for me because I don't have a plow. Coffee break also could be really good for me. I want to think about the timing of my occupation. So, for example, what am I going to play early? Probably going to play House Steward, Village Elder, Clay Hut Builder early. And then I would play Scrounger late, I would play Chief late, I would play Prophet late, and then Clay Mixer, I'm not sure whether I play it or not. But I think with these three, I'm going to play them early to get the wood cart going and then start playing my games. So that would be an ideal time for me to play Coffee Break. And I've just screwed all this up. I think it's still mostly in order though. When did I take Scrounger? Prophet was at the end. What, Scrounger was my fourth pick, I think. I think that's how it looked. So yeah, Coffee Break. And then here, I take Apple Garden. My thinking being that I will ignore vegetable all game because I have no easy way of getting vegetables. I also don't want to take any passing miners because passing miners become a lot worse when Village Elder is in the game. Now, fortunately, only Ken and I know about the Village Elder, so Def and Bloomer are probably taking the passing miners, which is fine, but it just means that it'll be hard for them to get the Village Elder bonus. Alright, here I'm going to take Bonfire. Um, Bonfire is cheap, can be a point, can very easily be a point. Um, Not going to take Custer's Monger. Swimming Studio would be okay, except I don't. Not going to have an excess of read. I'll probably be read tight all game because I'm building lots of rooms. Not going to take a passing miner. Also, Bonfire is great for stealing sheep, and I've passed a bunch of good early sheep cards. Like you want to hold sheep early, so I'm kind of afraid of Def like fencing really early and then getting the 4 sheep at the beginning of the game and then getting his parchment plus shearer plus everything else going. That's scary to me. So all right, I don't like any of these cards. This is the card that I'm most likely to be able to pay for. This card, not going to take that because it's not worth it to take a vegetable and then pay it. Flat Hill, it'll be a free improvement, which can be okay. But yeah, I think I'm going to take Hammock here. So yeah, I could take Flat Hill, but it just comes too late. I guess it's free, but probably I'm not going to play Hammock or Flat Hill. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, I need to get this, get my hand sorted out the way I like it. So I got 2 4-wood ox. That's awesome. 4-wood occupations are great. I've got Chief. Chief is a good card. I've got Duck Pond. Duck Pond is a good card. So yeah, pretty solid start. All right. So right at the start of the game, I'm going to play House Steward because everyone's seen House Steward. Not everyone has seen Village Elder, so I'm not going to play Village Elder right at the start. Just going to play House Steward so that everyone, because everyone knows that that was in the draft. So yeah, it'd be really cool if that Sunday school could get passed to me. I would like that. Probably will, because it's a pretty good card. So it's a good card to pass around. All right, here I can take 2 clay, or I can starting player play a something like bonfire, or I can do something else. Um, since I know that Village Elder is out there, 2 clay is pretty good, but I think what I'm going to do is plow my 1 field for Cornrick, because I do have bonfire, so I don't mind letting the sheep accumulate. So I think I'm picking Cornrick over going for first fire. Well, that's what I'm doing, is I'm picking Cornrick over first fireplace. Also, I'm passing first fireplace to Def, and Def already has Master Cook. So, he can have even more food. I'm not too worried about it. So that might have been a mistake. Getting the first fireplace is nice, but I think I kind of like that with Clay Hut Builder, I'm only going to do like big clay grabs. I don't know. We'll see. Good start. I start off in second again. Second's a good position to be in. Sheep came out in round 2, so that's a little too bad. If I had known sheep was coming out round 2, I definitely would have taken fireplace, but that's okay. I could take 2. Yeah, I'll take 2 reed here. 2 reed is a very good action in round 2, because it means that you have much earlier access to taking to building the first room. Building the first room is excellent, and it's very likely that occupation comes back to me, because I've got Ken and Bloomer backwards on here. That's why that didn't make any sense. So if I build the first room, great. If Ken builds the first room, also great. I'm happy with either of us doing that. There's Bricklayer, and Bricklayer, I'm guessing, was Bloomer's first card, seeing Clay Hut Builder in his pack as well. I bet he first picked Bricklayer and had Clay Hut Builder as well, hoping it would come back, but I took Clay Hut Builder. So Ken might play an occupation. That's fine. I have 2 options. I can starting player, or I can take 3 wood. I guess I'll take 3 wood. So now, next round, I'm looking at something like, probably going to have to take traveling players or fishing. But I'm very well set up to build the first room, and if I don't build the first room, then Ken will. So oh. Shout out to Kieran in the chat. I did originally broadcasted this live on Twitch TV. Twitch.tv/play_agricola. Buying a guest, no. So Ken thought Acquirer was some other card. Oh, I should zoom in on this. Acquirer. So you use it to buy. Usually, it's used to buy cattle early on in the game because it's 2 food for a cattle, which is a net 2-1 gain. Um, I played House Steward, which is people at the end of the game with the most houses get 3 points each, and I got 4 wood for playing it. And then Master Cook, you can skip playing your first person to gain 2 food and then play that person later. And then Bricklayer, great card. You save clay on everything, 2 clay on clay rooms. And then Outhouse was played, which is a 2 point, very simple 2 point action. Looks like Ken is switching to Commercial Baker. Commercial Baker is a 3 grain action space, and then also the Stone Oven is a minor improvement. Okay, so Ken's not going to play Aramite. He's playing Bread Seller. Um, Bread Seller gives food from grain. All right, anyways, moving on. I wasted enough time talking about that stuff. So here I'll play Village Elder. Um, okay, Bloomer takes both of the food actions. So that's a big pain for me because I'm 2 food short. But I have a couple moves that I can do, one of which is starting player Bonfire. And then that'll force Def to take 2 sheep if he wants to deny me 3 sheep next round. Alternatively, I could play Duck Pond, and that would get me a food, and then I could Reedstone Food at the start of next round, and that would give me my 4 food needed to feed in the next harvest. Either of those would be good. So, which am I going to go for? There's no way Def is going to give me 3 sheep, so I'm going to starting player Duck Pond. And then next round, I can go on Reedstone Food. And that'll give me my 4 food needed to feed. Yeah, I could do day labor as well, but the day labor action sucks. Basically, anything else is better than day labor. So, I also want to leave myself the option of building a room next round. So, that's also a factor. So here, not taking 6 wood is probably going to be a big mistake because 6 wood is great. Um, but I think I want to build the first room, so I think reedstone food is the play here. Also, I haven't I'm gonna need a lot of stone this game. I haven't started taking stone at all, so doing reedstone food a couple times is okay. Yeah. And then I can use the duck pond food to play clay hut builder next round. And my goal will be at some point to steal the sheep from Def. If he takes sheep here at the end of this harvest, my goal will be probably in round 7 to steal sheep from him again with bonfire. Now he knows it's in the game, and he knows it's been taken, but it might work. Yeah. So yeah, I have a bunch of wood, which is good. Um, Gonna want to play my clay hut builder next round. Def is considering he could do master cook, but he's gonna take 6 wood. I don't think there's that much choice there. 6 wood is very good action. And unfortunately, Bloomer, if Bloomer hadn't taken both of the 3 food actions, I would have taken 3 food last turn. But then if I had taken 3 food, I wouldn't have gotten on starting players. So, yeah, it happens. So yeah, I'm gonna want to play Clay Hut Builder next round, and then I'm gonna want to do a good clay grab so that I can reno and start collecting the clay from Clay Hut Builder, as well as have clay to play Coffee Break, and probably play a fireplace or cooking hearth myself as well. So yeah, looking good so far. I imagine Ken probably takes. Actually, he probably takes clay here and then builds clay. No, okay, interesting. He plays breakfast outdoors, which will give him a food every harvest, so that's all right. Um, I guess his thinking is if now I'm forced to build a room here, if I want to stay ahead of him in the first room queue. So I have 2 options. I could take 4 wood. 4 wood's good. Would be good for me to take 4 wood. Or I can build a room. And I think I'm going to build a room. Yeah, if family growth comes out round 5 and I did not build a room here, I would be pretty upset with myself. So I think it's worth doing it, even if I end up not doing starting player a lot, to stay ahead of Ken in the family growth queue. Um, this basically guarantees that if family growth comes out round 5, well, it does guarantee if family growth comes out round 5, I get it. Alternatively, if it comes out round 6, it'll be pretty easy for me to get. Now, if it comes out round 7, then I'll be a little upset, but uh, I don't know. I'm uncertain. I've had a lot of hard decisions already this game. This is a much harder game than normal. You know what I should have realized? I should have realized that Ken, Bloomer and Def were both going to take wood, so that there's no way that Ken gets his 5 wood in time. Yeah, that was silly of me. Nice thing though is that Ken is the starting player, and I'm after Ken, so I have the seed advantage over Bloomer because he or Def have to take starting player for him to go ahead of me, which doesn't always happen. So yeah. Okay, no family growth round. in that round. So that's too bad. Probably my first move will be to take 5 clay. 5 clay's gone. So I could play clay hut builder here. I think instead what I'm going to do is take 4 clay. Yeah, so that's 3 clay to reno and then 1 clay to play coffee break. So probably my next action will be um, to play clay hut builder so that I can do that reno plus coffee break as early as possible. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I do need to play Cornrick as well to get both grain out of it. So I've got a couple different options. All right. If Bloomer wants to starting player, good for him, I guess. Def might want a starting player because he'll get 3 wood out of it. I think here, yeah, I think I'd stick to my plan. Not sure if this is the right move, but this is what we're going to try. Is it viable to wait until 4 reed and 10 wood? Yes, it absolutely is. I could have done that because I definitely had enough wood to do so. I could have taken another reed. Yeah, the more I think about it, building a room there was just a big mistake. I should have thought more about it because if I had recognized that Def and Bloomer were most likely going to take wood, then there's no way that Ken could build ahead of me, and then I would get the first room built in this round, and then I would never have to worry about starting player. Yeah, I think that was a pretty big blunder on my part. I didn't think enough about that decision. But on the other hand, yeah, oh, and family growth comes out here, which I would have got. Yeah, I'm not too happy about this. So that was a mistake on my part. I should have figured that Def and Bloomer were both going to take 4 wood. But then if they hadn't and Ken had take 4 wood and then built a room first in the next round, then I would be upset because I would have missed out. So, a couple things I have to think about, like how am I going to feed? I'm 1 food. If I grow next round, I'm going to need 5 food and no real good way to get 1 food aside from reedstone food. So I could do reedstone food here and then take 3 food next round or next action. Bit of a problem though is if Ken builds a room with his second action, I probably need the starting player. I guess what I do here is I take fishing with my first move, and if Ken builds, then I starting player Cornrick, and that's my, or starting player Coffee Break. Either will work, Cornrick or Coffee Break. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm annoyed about that mistake. Round 4. Should not have built that room. Oh well. That happens. That happens. So coffee break is one food per round for 5 rounds, as long as you don't play an occupation. So it's this card. It costs 1 clay and gives you basically the clay gives you the point, and then for at the price of not playing an occupation, you get a food for 5 rounds. So that's pretty good. So yeah, here I starting player, and I play coffee break. And I get 5 food. Last round, Bloomer played Brazier, which lets him eat an animal each harvest. Not that strong of a card, but with Bricklayer it's pretty good. And Child's Toy with Bricklayer is really good. Free 2 points at the cost of having to feed a little bit more food each harvest, which possibly will never even be a factor. So, yeah. Pretty good. Def plays Shearer, no surprise. Shearer is the occupation version of Loom. Gives food during the harvest and also gives bonus points for sheep at the end of the game. So here, do family growth, and then I'll play Cornrick. Actually, I could play Woodcart because Cornrick is not so time sensitive at this point. So yeah, I think I do that. So I play Woodcart. So now whenever I take wood, I get an extra 2 wood. Could have played Cornrick as well, but Cornrick I just need to play at some point in round 8, so I can Reno and play Cornrick. Yeah. Not great to play a minor improvement. You prefer to play a major improvement when you Reno, but minor will be okay. Yeah, Woodcart is pretty nice. I didn't get it out as early as I could have if I had focused on it more, but it's still pretty good. The nice thing about it is it'll make it very easy for me to get to my 15 fences. So that's great, because 15 fences is really what you want to get to for optimal points. Okay, so here I have a bit of an interesting situation. Traveling players at 4 food would be quite good for me. But I think I want to Reno here and I'll play Cornrick, because now I'm going to start getting I want to start getting my clay per turn. And from my clay hut builder. Yeah. And I feed 5. So all things considered, I'm at a clay room. I already have 1 field plowed. I'm at 4 played improvements already towards the village elder, so that's pretty good. Yeah. So probably the key point for me this game will be, how easily do I feed next harvest? Oh, right. Corn rate costs of food. I forgot about that. So I'll play Bonfire instead. Oh, that was a mistake, but thank you to Def for catching that. I can play Cornrake next round if I want to. Good starting player Cornrake. So if Def does not take sheep with this round, I will take sheep with my first action next round because 6 clay will be enough for me to feed that next harvest, which is really good. Not too surprisingly, though, Ken takes starting player, so 6 wood might be... Well, 6 wood probably won't be available. Probably 4 wood or 5 food will be available. Yeah, so I have to take that grain off the field. So I've kind of screwed up a little because I'm going to be 1 minor improvement short. But if someone passes me Sunday school, I'm going to family growth round 13, play Sunday school. So that at the end of the game, I can chief profit. That'll be really good. Or even play profit before then. I could profit scrounger. Something. Probably not going to be able to do that before the end of the game, though. I might fence before then, and then profit the Reno. It'll just be for the Reno, and it won't actually do anything else. Okay, here. I'm going to remove the grain. I'll take the 5 food from traveling players because this next harvest will be the hardest for me in terms of food. Because I don't have a hearth or anything. I do have the bonfire, but I wouldn't mind holding on to it until later. So yeah, 5 food from traveling players is alright. Bloomer played pottery next round, last round, not too surprising with bricklayer. Def uses his master cook, so that's good. That means that means definitely I'm going to get a 4 wood action, which turns into a 6 wood action with my wood cart. Yeah. So probably what I'll do is I'll save my fencing for the end of the game, and I'll build a bunch of stables when I family growth, or when I build rooms next. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool. So Ken plays that thing. Plays clay oven. And he can do that on minor improvement thanks to his baking tray. Here I take 4 wood, which becomes 6 wood. The way Master Cook works is you pass on your first action to get 2 food, and then you play that action later in the round. So it's good in some cases, but it also can be bad. There's manufacturer, which I wondered if I was going to get, but Def has it, so I know now. I wouldn't mind playing the joinery. With wood cart, playing joinery would be pretty good, but I think I'm not going to have enough stone. It's looking like I'm going to be kind of stone tight this game, so here, if I want to play Cornrick, now's the time. Although I could play it later still and still get the improvement out of it, even if I don't get the grain. But there's not really anything else that I really want to do on the board, so I think I'll just play Cornrick. I wouldn't have mind doing starting player, but yeah. So what I need to do now is get 1 or 2 major improvements, because without 1 or 2 major improvements, I'm never going to get the Village Elder bonus. Def plays Basket Maker's Workshop, no surprise with his manufacturer play. Bloomer played Crooked Plow. I'm surprised Def didn't take the plow. He probably has some other way. Actually, you know what? He probably has some other way of plowing now that I think about it. I'm also surprised that Def isn't passing on building a room altogether. Not really sure why he's doing that. Building a room and growing your family is a very important aspect of this game. I guess he got a shearer going, which is nice. Not sure if it's worth passing on growing altogether. Okay, so things that I want to do: get stone, get reed. Those are basically my two goals, and keep feeding in the meantime. So I have enough food for this harvest, but I could definitely consider taking 2 boar and burning my bonfire. I could take 2 reed here. Could take 3 wood. I think what I'm going to do though is take reedstone food. 3 wood versus reedstone food. I mean, 3 wood becomes 5 wood with me with my wood cart, but it's like if it comes back to me with my second action, I'll definitely take 5 wood, but I'm not sure that it will. Oh, Def ran out again. Okay, so he might have. No, he doesn't have Lighthouse. He doesn't have enough stone for Lighthouse. He is probably just trying to play a major improvement that lets him. Maybe he has Scholar. If he has Scholar, I could see that. Maybe he has plow. Oh, he probably has Plow Driver. I bet he first picked Plow Driver. So if he has Plow Driver, that's good. But still going to be hard for him to get all the bonuses that he needs to. So here I take 3 wood, which is 5 wood. That's pretty easy for me. Pretty easy pick. So with my last move, I could fence. I could fence and make space for 2 breeding pairs so that I can grab boar and sheep next round. I want to take 3 reed at some point. So, okay, so I want to reed stone food one more time, and then I'm going to get 2 stone from my scrounger. So that means I want to do. So that means I need to take 3 reed. So I'll probably take 3 reed next round, so that in round 12, once I have my 10th stone, I can build 2 clay rooms. And at the same time that as I do that, I'll build a bunch of stables, and then I'll keep taking wood over the course of the game so that I can. Oh, both the animals just disappeared right as I was talking about that. Looks like Ken is going on starting player here, playing the Stone Oven. And I will. I don't have anything that I really want to do. Improvements blocked. No stone is available on the board. I could take clay so that I could build a fireplace or a cooking hearth. That wouldn't be too bad. But 4 clay is only enough for the fireplace. It's not enough for the cooking hearth. It would let me build my 2 rooms a lot sooner so I could get my growing happening a lot faster. So maybe I should consider that. That if I take 4 clay here, then when I take 3 reed next round, I'll have enough to build 2 rooms. Yeah, okay. I've convinced myself. For clay. If I can avoid using the bonfire, I would like to. So here, I would think that Ken is going to build a room. I'll take 3 reed, pretty much no matter what, unless he takes 3 reed, but there's no reason that he should. So for me, my next couple rounds, So there are two players with reasons to go to early stone. I'll look forward to seeing what they are. Oh, I also have Scrounger. I need to remember that. So I actually need an extra reed, stone, wood, clay. So the clay is easy enough because I just build the fireplace instead of the cooking hearth. The wood is easy enough because I build one fewer fence. And then the reed and stone, it means I'm going to need to reed stone food one more time this game. Okay, so I need to. So my plans, I need to Scrounger next round. So Scrounger round 11. Get 2 stone. And then I need to reed stone food twice more. And then, of course, I'm going to build 2 rooms and build some stables as well. And then the big thing for me is going to be feeding. Just need to make sure that I can keep feeding my family. So family growth is going to be available to me this round. So probably I build my clay rooms and then family growth play apple garden. Although it'll give me a fourth family member, which will be hard to feed next round. But there is 4 food fishing that might become 5 food, and there will be 2 boar available. So considering that I can take 2 boar and light my bonfire, I think that's okay. Ken plays indentured servant. That worked with Def doing that as well, so that's kind of weird. Bloomer is needing food, but I'm ahead of him in turn order, so I think this is the right move. Is I'm gonna build 2 rooms and 4 stables, and I'm left with 5 wood. So now I have enough to hold a breeding pair, so that's nice. Breeding pair of animals. So if I can take 5 food fishing next round, I would be happy to do that. So I should consider that. I should consider taking fishing here instead of doing family growth. Problem is, anytime you delay, there's not a real... I don't have to do... putting it up, like if I put off family growth, it just loses me an action to gain me only 1 food. Or me passing on growing this round. Especially with 2 6 wood actions. Yeah, it's going to be hard for them to justify blocking my food when there are 2 6 wood actions available. Okay, I definitely grow here and play apple garden. Probably thought about that way more than I needed to. And Bloomer takes fishing anyway, so it's not an option for me here. So he now has, with 4 food and his pottery, he now has enough to eat and then feed his family in the next harvest. Okay. I definitely grow here and play apple garden. Probably thought about that way more than I needed to. And Bloomer takes fishing anyway, so it's not an option for me here. So he now has, with 4 food and his pottery, he now has enough to eat and then feed his family in the next harvest. So I play apple garden. So apple garden is 2 points so long as I don't have a grain or vegetable at the end of the game. So that's pretty easy. I just won't take vegetable. Or if I do, I'll eat it, but there are better ways for me to get food. So yeah, for me, this game is going to be a struggle to feed my family until I get like a breeding pair of boar or cattle. So if I could get 2 cattle in round 12, that would be pretty handy. I'll have 3 food going into this round, and I will need 8. Fortunately, with my bonfire, should be able to take 2 boar. Or 2 sheep and a cattle. And then I can burn the cattle. Yeah. It would be nice to not activate the bonfire and just keep the point, but probably not going to be able to do that. Def played Sunday School, by the way, next round, so if that could start coming around, that would be really cool, because my goal is round 13, Family Growth play Sunday School. Because that would let me have a really strong end of the game. So here I take 2 boar. It's 6 food. I need food. Sunday School lets you pass on an action in the following round to play 2 occupations at the end of that round. So it's okay. Nothing fantastic. Oh no. Oh, Bloomer plays Straw Thatched Hut. So now this combo is great with Bricklayer. Basically, he can build clay rooms for 1 grain, 1 food each. So next round, he's going to have 2 grain, so he can very easily build 2 more rooms. So just as long as he stays at 5 rooms, that's okay for me. But if he goes beyond that, then I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. These guys aren't going to take. Yeah, okay, time for me to play Scrounger. So now I've played 3 occupations that give global points. Probably I've lost out on Village Elder to Bloomer, and I'm going to tie Bloomer with House Steward. But just as long as I get a 2 of the 3, then I'll be pretty happy with how this has gone. But it might be the difference that if Bloomer gets Village Elder, he beats me. So we'll see. He plays Joinery. That's very, very interesting because he doesn't have a way of getting a bunch of wood. I guess he's counting on the fact that we've been passing a lot of wood. I don't know. I think it's a little dangerous. Might be too greedy. He's playing for Village Elder rather than for a good farm. Ken might fence a whole bunch here. No, what did he take? He took stone. So then here I'll take 2 sheep. Because 2 sheep are for food. I guess sheep are the same as cattle in term for my fireplace. The only difference is for my bonfire. So what are the odds I get 2 cattle? Actually, they're very good. Ken's not going to take 2 cattle. Bloomer's not going to take 2 cattle. Okay, so I'm definitely not taking cattle here. So that means I'm going to do Reedstone food, which I need to do twice more. So I'm going to light my bonfire, which means this marker comes off the board, which lets me eat 2 boar for 6 food, and then another 2 food to feed 8. So now, for the rest of the game, I'm going to need... I'll definitely grow once by round 13, maybe twice. I hate Contract Builder. So here, my first action will be to take 2 cattle. So now we understand. Def first picked contract builder. I don't know why the hell he. It's not even. It's situational. It's so situational, contract builder. But of course he first picks it. So he's gonna build a crap ton of stone rooms. So yeah, I'm probably screwed. Oh well. In any case, I take 2 cattle. So he played Immigrant Son and Contract Builder. Contract Builder lets you. It's an action space. It becomes an action space. You build stone. You build rooms for 8 food each. Now, what most commonly happens is you just go to stone and then you pay 8 food for a stone room, which is excellent. 8 food per stone room. It replaces 8 food for 7 resources, which really is more than 7 resources. Really, if you built a wood room instead of stone rooms, it would be 9 resources. So converting food to resources on a one-to-one basis is amazing. What you do is exactly what Def did. You just ignore. You only accumulate food, and then once you've got a crap ton of food, you build a bunch of stone rooms and annoy the hell out of everyone else in the game that didn't plan for it. It's frustrating too because if you don't see it in the draft, which I didn't, you don't know it's out there, so you cannot plan for it at all. So probably for the rest of this round, my next action will be to play Prophet, which will give me the stone room plus. If I'm gonna play Prophet, I probably want to take wood one more time. So that would be pretty cool, actually. If I could take 3 wood and then play Prophet next round, that would be good. I would be happy with that. Oh, but Def is playing a occupation, so Cheapok is going to be occupied. I should check. Has Bloomer played Sunday School? So Sunday School is probably not getting to me in time. Almost definitely not. So probably my next 2 actions are going to be to take 3 wood and then major minor play fireplace. Yeah, this is all the wood I need for the rest of the game. What's annoying about what I really don't like about Contract Builder is the game is about accumulating points, right? Well, when Contract Builder comes into the game, it's not about accumulating points anymore. It's about um, eating every single one of your points in order to get food. Because Def has 9 animals on his farm, well, he should just eat all of them because he converts them into slightly more points that way. So it's not as interesting a game when that card is in the draft, and it's especially frustrating because he first picked it, so nobody else knew about it, so we couldn't plan for it at all. Um, Fireplace got taken, or I mean Major Minor got taken, so I can't take it myself. I could No, I can't play an occupation. Thanks, Windows. Um, I need to play Profit, and I need to play. Well, I don't need to play Profit, I guess. Yeah, I could just do this, which is reno fireplace. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that. So I need a fence action. I need to read stone food once more. I need to play chief, and then other than that, I just need to get as many points as I can and make sure I keep feeding. So what I might have to do is I might have to starting player in round 13 to go on contract builder round 14. Oh, I hate that card. Oh well. At least I can block death by first action family growthing here. Yeah, I wouldn't mind plow so, but I guess this is okay. Other thing to consider, I'm at 7 improvements. Bloomer is at 8. So probably me playing one more is not enough. Like I could play hammock here, but I don't think it would be worth it. I think the points I would lose from fencing if I play hammock, I will not gain back, and from putting the sheep in as well. I think probably Bloomer 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. He's played 4 minor improvements, so probably he has one more. So if he does have one more minor, then so I could take a pair of animals here. Instead, I'm going to fence because then I would let because then I can if 2 boar does come back, I can hold it. Yeah, I really hate contract builder. Sorry, I shouldn't be ranting about it so much, but it's a very annoying card. All right, let's look at what I need to do. I need to. Ideally, I want to only eat 1 sheep so that my sheep will breed. Although, with that action he just did there of taking traveling players, I might have to. I might have to take sheep. If I don't get a plow next round, I'm going to be pretty annoyed. It looks like I might not. Oh, and Bloomer is going to build a crap ton of. He's going to build 4 clay rooms. Yes, I'm really screwed. Oh well, that happens. Um, Well, either way, I take 2 sheep here. Because it's 4 food, and I need more food. So I hope I get a plow next action, next round. That'll be a 2, will be a 3-point action for me. Here, I could take fishing, I could take cattle. 2 cattle is much more valuable for everyone else than 4 food, so I'm going to take the cattle and eat it. And then I eat 2 more sheep, or 3 more sheep, and 1 breeds back for 9 food total. So things I need to do next round, I want to plow, I want to play chief. That's basically it. And then take food. That'll probably be all. I mean, taking boar will probably be 2 points, but all my other actions are just going to be to take food. So yeah, I'm having an okay game. Like I'm gonna have a good score, but the problem is I'm not gonna get enough of my global bonuses that I played. I'm probably only gonna get, yeah, I'm not gonna get House Steward. I'm not gonna get Village Elder, and Scrounger is easy for everyone to get, so I'm probably not getting it either. Yeah, so I want to get Plow so ideally, but probably I just get Plow. Actually, no, Ken will choose Plow on field instead of Plow. So I Plow here for 3 points. So the rest of my I need to play. So yeah, so I need to play Chief, and then I need to acquire food. Oh, I need to do reedstone food as well. So how much food do I have? I need to count. I have two food, four food for my sheep, six food. So I have 10 food. That's enough there. Then I have two food from my food and grain. So Ken will probably do reedstone food here actually because he'll correctly predict that I will if he does not. Oh no, he doesn't. Interesting. Well, that's fine. I do reedstone food then. So I have four here and six here, and then another three. That's enough as long as I get sheep occupation for the rest of the game. So I can do take one boar, and then I don't know what my last action probably will be no points anyways. So the only points left to me are take cattle and take boar. It looks like. Hmm. Bloomer plays the WoW. Interesting. I haven't really been following what Bloomer's doing at all. His last move is going to be to play um, four clay rooms and then build three stables. At least I assume he's going to do that. Maybe he only builds three clay rooms and then builds stables with the rest. I don't know. Anyways, Ken took. Um, where's take SP? There it is. Ken took boar, so I think the only points I have left are taking food. So this is three food, that's four food. Um, this is worth points for Ken though, so I think I'll just take cattle here. So what? I've got 2 points from my apple garden. I've got 3 points from my scrounger, and that's it. I don't have house steward, and I don't have village elder. So usually with 5 rooms, you can count on having the house steward bonus, but unfortunately, Def decided to play contract builder. I hate contract builder, as I've said. I just don't think it's very good design. Is like it's fine as a card, but it's not good. It's not good design to have it in the game. Okay, some people can like it. I think the issue is if it was changed so that you can't build stone rooms with contract builder, then I would be totally fine with it. Because the big problem is um, you don't get the big problem that I have with contract builder is that he lets you build stone rooms. So normally, if having a huge big house strategy, the limiting factor is that you want to get to stone for the most efficient points, but accumulating a lot of stone is very difficult. So yeah, they say that Def tied, but that's not the case because I think playing Chief here wins me the game. So I eat a sheep and a food. So Chief is worth 5 points. So if Bloomer is saying that he's not going to beat Def, I'm almost certainly going to beat Def. I thought Bloomer was going to be a lot higher. I can start taking a look at the scores. So I'm going to hit 47 or 48. So it looks like I won, which I wasn't expressing that. So I eat a sheep and a cattle and 5 food. So I actually ended up winning that, which I was not expecting. I thought Bloomer was having a way better game than he was. But I guess, and I actually thought Def was gonna hit like the 50s. It's really rare for him not to. Um, but I guess I had the best game. So I have 39 plus 2 from my apple garden, plus 3 from my scrounger, plus 5 from my chief, which is 49. So I end with 39, 5, 3, 2, 49. GG. Anyways, I won. I don't have to talk to these guys anymore. Um, 42. So 42, 42, 49, 42. Oh well. So Bloomer is pointing out to me that if Def doesn't play Contract Builder, then Bloomer gets the House Steward bonus. Anyways, yeah, they're pointing out that if Def didn't get the House Steward bonus, then Bloomer might have beat me. I'm not sure. probably the case. Um, I guess Bloomer had that really nice bricklayer straw thatch roof combo, but he did also have feeding problems because he would have had to eat all of the grain that he has, so it would have cost him 3 points. I'm not sure if he gave himself the other thing. And I guess he eat the boar. Whatever. Kind of a lucky game for me. I guess it turned out well. I definitely made a big mistake that cost me a lot by building in round 4. Um, yeah, getting 3 4 wood occupations is pretty good, especially Scrounger. I can play late to get 2 stone. So even though I gave Bloomer 3 points and I gave Def 3 points, I ended up still managing to win. I guess it's good that Def took the 3 points from Bloomer. I don't know. I'm not sure what his actual final score would have been. I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't play it through to the end. He just said that he has 42, but really he could get more. I don't know why he's doing that. He said he had food type. He had food types. Oh, stable's not important, right? Excellent point. Yeah, joinery. He still could build. He still could build 1 stable for another point. Each clay room is worth 2 points, but it costs him a point in grain. So I guess each clay room is worth 1 point. Basically, it makes his final action worth 4 points and 5 points with the stable. 4 rooms in a stable. So I'm not sure what he actually would have got to. I'm also not sure if he did Child's Toy correctly. I wasn't watching. Um, I I haven't been playing that much recently, so I guess I wasn't following my opponents that well in terms of what they were doing. I should need to do a better job of that. Anyways, thanks to the other guys for the game. Sorry I got annoyed about the contract builder. I shouldn't have. I mean, I really don't like it as a card, and I still stand by that, but I shouldn't have complained as much as I did when I was going to win. Don't like being like Sabosh, you know. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll be uploading this to YouTube. I'm probably done streaming for now, but I'll see. I might go join Def's game, but he might not want to play with me again after complaining. So I'm gonna cut the VOD here, and then so the stream's gonna go down for a minute, and then